Hello, I'm Nicole Cherry. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's class is a sensual yoga flow. We're going to be awakening the whole body through fluid and dynamic movement. And at the end, we're going to seal the class with a Shavasana. I'm also going to be offering a journal prompt today, just to give you something to deepen your connection to yourself. And as a thank you for practicing with me, I have something special for you at the end. So if you'd like to pause the video, go grab a journal. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. Coming to the back of your mat, toes together, knees wide. We're going to start with a breathing exercise. It's called box breathing. We breathe in for 4, we hold for 4, we exhale for 4, then we hold for 4 again. We're going to do 3 rounds of this. Hands on the thighs, closing into the eyes. Take a big breath in. Sigh it out, releasing breath first. And let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Big inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Let it go, 2, 3, 4, hold it, retain it. You're almost there. Last round, big one. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Hold. And then come back to the natural rhythm of your breath, blinking your eyes open. Let's begin walking the hands forward into child's pose. And as you rest the temple down into the child's pose, your mid-temple at your forehead. Start to rock the forehead side to side, just massaging the spine, breathing in, reaching the fingertips nice and long. Really lengthening the spine, sitting the hips back as much as you can. On your inhale, we're going to slide the right hand in front of your face, next to your face, like you're going to do a push-up. And inhale, push into the mat, finding this gentle twist. Keep reaching forward with the left hand. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Find length on the exhale. We deepen. Keep pressing that right elbow to the sky. Inhale. Pushing the mat away, finding a little length and space with that inhale, exhale, soften. Back to child's pose. Reach both arms forward. Rest the temple. Slide the left hand in front next to your face. On the inhale, press into the mat, twist, and look up to the left. Keep pressing into the right hand, lengthening on the side. Exhale. Inhale. Really pressing the mat away on that left side, finding a little twist, and then a length on the right side. Exhale. One more breath just like this. And then exhale, gently coming back to your child's pose, maybe this time coming high on the fingertips, just allowing the arms to lengthen, floating the elbows off the ground, deepening that shoulder stretch, right in the backs of the shoulders. Breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Plant the palms into the mat on your inhale. Let's round the body forward, coming into a little cat pose. And we're just going to sway into this cat-cow for a few breaths. Finding this nice arch and curl into the spine. You can make these as big or as short as you like. So inhale, rounding forward. Exhale, arching back. Really looking at your hands, spreading your hands nice and wide. Big fives. You want to support your wrists. So making sure they're really gripping into the mat. Think of palming a basketball, how you grip with those fingertips, right? One more. Inhale. And then exhale, sway back. And start to take the knees just a little wider and wagging the tail side to side. Love this wag of the tail. Letting the head come into it, maybe swaying it side to side. Feeling a little playful, a little free in your tabletop. And then walking the hands a little further. And we're going to take a thread of the needle. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Now we're going to thread it under, but we're just floating that shoulder. We're going to do this 3 rounds. Exhale, swoop under, palm reaching to the sky, pressing into that left hand, float the shoulder. Inhale, press, reach up. Exhale, swoop under, threading through the needle, lengthen through the mid-body. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale up. We're going to ground that shoulder this time and rest in our thread. And then exhale, reach it through, releasing the shoulder, the whole arm down. Right hand is really pressing towards the sky. Now you can stay here and enjoy this stretch, or option to tuck into the left toes. Start to stretch the leg all the way to the back of the mat. On the inhale, start to float that left heel to the sky, reaching the toes, feeling this beautiful expression. Now to go for another challenge, can you start to slowly lift that left arm up to the sky? Woo, staying where you are. If you wiggle and fall, it's all good. Maybe even bending that knee. Can you tap your toe? Can you grab the foot? Being gentle here, exploring range of motion. And then slowly release. Hand coming back down to ground, toe hits the mat, knees come down. And then press into the left hand, inhale, unwind. As you unwind, continue to unwind all the way to the sky. Step your right foot back, press into that back foot, finding your modified side plank here. Breathe in, stacking the shoulders, one long line, inhale, reach up. And now we're going to make some circles, dynamic movement. Start to reach the arm back inside the knee, bend into the back knee. Beautiful, swoop it around, bring it back all the way forward. How much can you reach away from the body? Press into that back heel, and again, inhale forward and around. One more time. As you reach back, start to bend into that back knee. And then one more, we're going to hold it back. Hold into that bent knee. Inhale, reach up, press into the heel. Reach back, hand comes down. Inhale, reach the left arm to the sky, finding this almost modified side angle, right? This is the motion we do with our side angle. Keep really lifting to the sky, using your right hand to press that right knee back. Inhale for 3, for 2, and 1. Exhale, hand plants, cartwheel the arms to the floor. Let's take a modified vinyasa, knees, chest, chin. I'm going to take my chest down, elbows always by the side. Tap the chest. On the inhale, I want you to snake the body forward, pulling the chest up, finding your cobra. And then exhale, send it back to a child's pose. 2 breaths here, reset. Big releasing breath. Can you close your eyes and just follow my cues when you're in your child's pose? A lovely pose of introspection, coming back to self. Next inhale, let's shift forward to our tabletop. Maybe finding some different cat-cows here. Let's take some barrel rolls, circling the spine. And if you're still like kind of feeling funny doing these wild cat motions, just let the head draw circles. And then keep arching and curling the spine, and it'll work out. And we take that the other way. Exhale, round. We're here to have fun and feel good and playful in our bodies. Sometimes yoga can feel so serious. And it looks different for everybody. We all have different bodies. We all have different range of movement. So really just honor where you're at. That's the beauty. We're threading on the other side. Second set, inhale, left arm up to the sky. Reach up, stretch up. And exhale, as we swoop through, we're just hovering that shoulder. How far can you reach that left arm by your hovering? Inhale, press up, reach up. Exhale and through. Reach, 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 reach. Inhale, come up. This time we're going to rest that shoulder and play with our balance. Exhale, spread it through. Keep reaching. Can you reach away and hover, then rest? Now, staying here. Maybe this feels lovely. And we can start adding on. Tuck into the right toes. Slide your leg all the way to the back of the mat. Extend. And then maybe starting to lift it to the sky. Go slow. And then adding on a little balance. Come up high on those fingertips first. And then from here, can you reach that arm up? Core is active. Maybe tapping the toes to the fingertips. Woo! Keep breathing. This is where we tend to hold our breath. If you're holding, you're just posing. What a beautiful pose it is. And then taking the hand down. Tap the toes, rest the knee. Let's press up, unwind, and we're going right into that side plank. Extend the arm all the way up, stretch that left leg back. Find this beautiful length. Can you stack the shoulders, one arm on top of the other, really reaching away, lengthening through the whole spine. Breathe in. And now, ground into the back foot. We're going to start to circle the arm back. Hand coming inside the knee and then forward. How far can you keep reaching away? Exhale, send the hips back. 2 more. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Let it open your whole chest. So my chest is really following my shoulder as it opens up. And then we hold here, placing the hand down. Inhale, reach the right arm to the sky. As you stay here for a moment, can you start to press that left knee back, opening up the chest, opening that left knee. Beautiful, feeling expressive, feeling open for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, let's rainbow the hands back, cartwheeling them back to the mat, and coming down to another modified vinyasa. Elbows always a tricep push-up, okay? So from here, pull your chest to the floor. Tap the chest, hold. On your next inhale, slide the chest forward, press up cobra, reach the toes back, and engage the backs of the legs. So we're not using our low back, and then exhale, send it back, taking a child's pose, reset. Making those nice humming sounds. Sometimes that just helps that vibration run through the body, maybe a little sway into the hips. Let's add on, round the spine forward. Tucking into the toes, we're gliding the hips up, finding your down dog. Start to pedal out the feet. Down dog can feel really lovely. Keeping the crown of the head reaching to the floor, ears next to the biceps. Little tuck of the tailbone versus an arch. And then let's inhale, round forward to our plank. Finding some strength here, hold, strength, length. Exhale, bend the knees, glide the hips back, press away. 2 more times. Inhale, round forward into your plank, this wave-like motion. Crown of the head really lengthens to the away from the heels. Exhale, start to bend into the knees as you shift the body back. Lift the hips. Now this time we're going to hold in that plank. Inhale, hold. Come forward to plank. Step the feet nice and wide. Wide as your mat. Now we're going to take an inhale, drop the heels to the left. Finding this side plank variation. You can add on, you can stay where you are, just building strength where you feel your resistance. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Beautiful, keeping those feet nice and flexed, knife edge of the feet. Now you can take that left knee, bottom foot, step it all the way forward. Find this fallen star, this fallen triangle. Now we're going to take it even further, expressive star. I'm going to bend into my front knee, press into my foot, circle my arm forward and back, opening the chest. Expressive star, beautiful. Breathe here. Inhale. Come back to that Ujjayi breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. And then exhale, straighten through the leg. Hand comes back to the mat, finding that side plank. And take your left knee to your left wrist, finding pigeon pose. As you settle into your pigeon, start to roll the top of your thigh, knee, and shin to the mat. Find a little sway side to side. That side plank builds a lot of heat in the body. I'm just playing with some variations in our pigeon today. So let's see how it feels to bend the back knee. Really deep stretch in the psoas muscle right here. Now if you want to grab the bind, it's really an upper body twist. We want to focus on keeping the hips, thighs, everything facing forward. So we're going to start to walk our upper body to the side as much as we can, bend into that knee, and from here, grabbing into the foot. This is my range of motion today, so, you know, sometimes as yoga teachers, we're expected to do all the things. I'm not there. I'm not there yet. And some days I'm a little more there. It just depends where your body's at today. Sometimes life feels like it's all about progression, but if we honor the days where we're feeling a little more tight, we need a little more care in our body, it's okay. We don't want to injure ourselves. Beautiful, slowly release that foot. Coming for a beautiful twist, lean your hips to the left. And we're going to step that back foot all the way around, taking it in front of the knee, or going a little deeper on the outside of the knee. Inhale, sit up straight, really driving this right hip to the floor. Inhale the left arm to the sky, and exhale, take a slice. Right fingertips behind you. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist. Really focusing on that chin floating over the shoulder. Our neck is part of our spine, so sometimes we want to be bending down, but we really want to lengthen the spine here. So think of inhaling and looking over the shoulder. Keep pressing that left knee away. Ooh, nice twist here. And then exhale. We're going to unwind. Really fun transition coming up here. Take a counter twist. Just kind of melt your body to the side. Now we're coming to the back of the mat. Watch this. I'm going to press into my feet. Start walking my hands to the back of the mat. Finding our down dog on the left side. And we're going to repeat here. Inhale, round forward, finding your plank. Exhale, undulate the hips back. Inhale, round forward into your plank, high on those toes, lengthen, one long length here. Exhale, drive it back. Inhale, high on the toes. Hold it in this plank, hold, hold, hold. Spread the hands wide, palm the mat. Stretch your heels, feet as wide as the mat. Take an inhale, drop the heels to the right this time. Now, staying here or bringing the left arm to the sky. Maybe this is enough. Otherwise, we're gonna step the right leg, your bottom leg forward, flex into that foot. Lock it out, beautiful. Now, to add on expressive star, press it into the front foot, bend the knee, take the back arm, circle it forward and up, opening the chest, feeling this beautiful open stretch here. Breathe, be here. Keep pressing the mat away with your right hand. Inhale, lift the chest, press into the feet for 3, for 2, and 1. Exhale, stretch through the front leg, plant the hand down, and we slide our right knee to our right wrist, finding that pigeon stretch on the opposite side. And then coming to that sway, just kind of softening into the hips here. And sometimes we feel like there's so many rules with yoga, like, oh, I have to do it a certain way. Really, we're just being playful, finding different variations. So what I'd like you to focus on is really keeping the hips and everything forward, the thighs, the knees, the shin rotating to the floor. Start to bend into the back knee. Breathe. Now, if you find that bend, we're going to hold the bend. Without moving, without turning the hips out, we're just taking that upper body and walking it back. So that upper body twist, and then seeing if you can catch the foot from there. As you breathe in, find length in the upper body. Try to come out of that crunch in the low back. Breathe in, find that space in the upper body, pulling the leg forward. Breathe in for 3, for 2. If you can go all the way and catch that foot, your elbow, you are feeling it today. Go for it. Maybe king pigeon. If you know, you know. And then slowly release the foot, coming to our twist on the other side. Drop your hips to the left, to the right. I do know my left and right. And then taking the foot either in front of the knee for a twist, all the way on the outside. Start to drive that left hip down. Inhale the right arm to the sky. Left fingertips behind you. Exhale, take a little slice. Now inhale, sit up straight. Press that knee back. Look over the shoulder. Twist. These compression poses can tend to hold our breath as well. So come back to your breath. Breathe in. And exhale, twist. Lovely. Unwind. Take that counter stretch. We're coming back to the front of the mat. Just bow the head, melt it down. So I'm going to press into the feet, start to turn my body to the front, walking my hands all the way to the top of the mat. Let's find our malasana, drop the hips down. Woo. Find a little playful movement here. Rocking back and forth in this deep malasana, this yoga squat. Time to dance, time to get up and play. Plant the fingertips. Inhale, lift the hips, find your forward fold. And again, swaying, bending into the knees, side to side. Maybe grabbing the elbows, little ragdoll sway. Let the head be heavy. And then come to center, plant the fingertips. Let's take some swimmers with those arms. Bend into the left knee, reach the right arm up, circle back. Plant the hand, other side, bend into the right knee. Inhale, left arm up and circle back. One more each side. Inhale, reach. And really being kind to our hips, like allowing that to sink in. And then from here, let's soften all the way up, roll it up one vertebra at a time. Shoulders come first, head is last. Stacking that head over, adjust your yoga pants. Step to the top of the mat. Toes together, heels slightly apart. Tadasana, find your mountain. Breathe in, shake it out. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And then exhale, take a forward fold, hinge over the bar, soft bend in the knees. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Now we're going to step the right foot back, finding your high lunge. Inhale, shift back into your pyramid pose. Exhale, high lunge. Inhale, shift back, pyramid pose. Exhale, high lunge. We're going to hold on this pyramid pose. Inhale, lift the hips back, lengthen. Think of a one line into the hips. So really lengthening through the back. Hips are both facing the floor, taking a twist, right fingertips to the floor. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky. Think of really opening the chest, expanding, stacking those shoulders one on top of the other for 3, for 2, for 1. Exhale, hand comes back down, find your lunge. Coming to our Skandasana, our side lunge. Start to walk the hands facing the side of the mat, dropping my back heel. Turning my left toes forward, sink my hips down, keep rotating that right foot to the sky. So we want the right toes and the right knee to the sky. And then I'm sitting back into that left heel. And again, this could look different for everybody. Maybe you have the left heel lifted. Maybe you even have a little bit of this. So this is a lovely option for your Skandasana. So wherever you are, be here. Let's take a twist. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Keep rotating the right knee and toe to the sky. Maybe pointing into the toe. Breathing in for 3. And then exhale, hands come down, finding a forward fold here, wherever you are, creeping those fingertips forward, chest is really reaching to the floor, sinking into the hips. And then inhale, walking the hands back. We're going to start to turn back to that lunge, just rotating all the way back, everything facing forward again. We're coming to revolve Skandasana. We're taking that around the world. So we're going to drop the right heel to the floor, turn our left toes to the side, and I want you to inhale, reach the arms up, stacking again. Big IT band stretch here. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Start to rainbow the arm forward, lift up even more. And now we're going to reverse that. We're going to start dropping the hips, reaching the arm all the way back in line with our leg. Dropping into the hips. This is a very deep stretch. It's very challenging for me. It's good for me though. And then inhale, reach up, rainbow the arms, coming back forward, standing split. We're just going to take a little shift into that front leg. Inhale, reach the arm leg to the sky. Feel expressive nose to knee. Keeping the fingertips on the floor. Maybe the left hand comes to the back of the calf. Maybe you want to grab with the right. See where you're at. Go slow. Back to your breath. I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out. Fingertips to the floor. Stepping that back foot down to meet the other. Coming to a nice little toe stand. Lifting the heels, chest to the thighs, and then coming up high on those heels. Just finding a moment to soften the spine, reset. Good job. Catch your breath. Inhale, right chest. Hands coming to the prayer. Hummingbirds flying all over. And then exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, rock back into the heels. Roll it up one vertebra at a time. Shoulders roll up, back and down. Fingertips reaching to the floor, pulling the crown of the head up, pulling the shoulders down. Tadasana. Second set. Inhale, reach the arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, that half lift. Lengthen the legs, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Plant the palms, step the left leg back this time, high lunge. From here, we're gonna take a big breath in, shift back into that pyramid pose. Inhale, lifting the hips up. And then exhale, sinking down. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, Ujjayi breath down, seal the lips. Building that heat in the body this time. Hold in your pyramid pose. Inhale, lift the hips up. Really taking those hips in one line, facing the floor, high in those left fingertips. Inhale, reach the right arm to the sky, find your twist. Continue to lengthen and twist to the upper body. Can you keep rotating those hips to the floor? So stacking those shoulders one on top of the other, one line. Breathe in for 3, 2, 1. Now taking that whole Skandasana vibe. Hands coming back down. Drop back into your lunge. Drop your left heel to the floor. We're going to keep that leg flexed as we start to turn to the back of the mat, the side of the mat, turning my right toes forward, turning my left toes to the sky. Left toe and knee rotating to the sky, opening my hip here, be here. Again, you have options to maybe rest the thigh, maybe finding a deep side lunge here, but allow it to feel really nice. Hands are inside the knee, so we can press the knee out. But if you need to be here, that's okay. Find what feels good. Take a breath in. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Breathe in, reach up, stretch up. Using that right hand to press that knee away. Coming back down. And then start to rock back more into that right heel and reach the arms forward, finding your forward fold. Shoulders in one line. Can you drop that left shoulder down to meet the right? Let the head be heavy. Another breath in. Inhale, walk the hands in. And we're turning back to the front of the mat. Everything coming forward. Come back to that high lunge. Reset. Now, revolve Skandasana. I'm going to continue walking to the right side of the mat, turning my right toes forward, dropping my back heel, finding that side plank feel in my back foot. And then I'm going to inhale, press up. I'm lifting, finding that length. Microphone's still there. Reaching up, flexing into that back foot, really opening up here. You want a little bit more lift? Inhale, reach that arm, rainbow it forward, lift the hips even more. Body in one long line. Keep the chest facing forward for 3, 2. Now start to reach the arm back, dropping into that left hip. Really think of lengthening that arm, reaching down the same side as your leg. Revolve Skandasana for 3. Whew. Keep pressing the mat away for 2, flexing into that left foot for 1. Inhale, lift the hips, rainbow back to the front of the mat, standing split. Ground into that front foot, softly lift the left leg to the sky, and then walking the hands towards the foot. You can soften into that standing leg. I'm feeling really tight in my hamstring right now. This is not my good side split, you know what I'm saying? You can maybe start to find balance by grabbing with just the right hand to the calf. Maybe the left joints. Breathe. Find your drishti, soften your gaze. 2 more breaths. And then fingertips coming down, bringing that left foot to meet the right, coming to your little crouch, little toe stand, lifting the heels, fingertips to the floor, or maybe finding a little balance here. Hands to prayer, Anjali Mudra right between the chests. Be here, breathe here. Plant the hands, rock back into the heels. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise flat back, reverse your swan dive. And then exhale, hands to heart, Tadasana. Let's take one more vinyasa and then we will cool it down. Stepping back to the top of the mat, toes together, feet slightly apart. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms, step or hop back into your plank. Chaturanga, half push-up. Squeeze those elbows into the side. Inhale, see if you can float the knees and just tuck the toes, engaging the quad. Inhale, push up, upward facing dog. And then exhale, roll back over the toes. Find your down dog, be here. And then inhale, rest the knees. Sit back, take a child's pose. Beautiful. Putting in some work. Let's cool it down together. We're going to spin around on our mats, walking our feet all the way to the edge so you have enough room to rest your head. And we're going to roll down one vertebra at a time, gripping onto the back of the legs, hugging the knees into the chest, and gently rock side to side, massaging the spine, resetting the pelvis. Take some twists. Plant the right foot. Inhale that left leg to the sky. Find some length there, grabbing onto the back of the leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, pull your nose to your knee. Just finding a deep stretch. Woo. You're rotating the ankle a little bit. As you come to the end of practice, you're really tuned into the body. You are embodied. So just, you're very aware of what your body needs. So you're more able to lean into those feel-good stretches. So really allow that. Take that left leg, cross it over the right. We're going to take a nice draping of the leg. You're welcome to take a figure four if that feels uncomfortable. We're going to take a drape of the leg today. Arms come out to a T, palms to the sky, drop the knees to the right side. And we're taking those hips around the world. So we begin dropping them to the right. Your right hand gently pressing onto that left thigh. Gentle nudge. And if it feels okay, keep breathing in, dropping that gaze to the left. Going to remove these. Inhale, knees back to center. We're keeping the shape of the legs, and we're just going to drop them all the way to the opposite side. We're taking those all the way to the left now. Getting a different stretch into the hips. And this one, I love to take the T stretch, but you can also take the right arm and extend it back. So finding this really lovely stretch from the fingertips to the hips. Deep side body stretch. Again, left hand can come to give the left side a little more encouragement. Boom, encouragement. And then inhale the arm up, maybe softly bending that right arm, deepening that stretch. One more breath here. Really winding down, calming down our nervous system. Inhale, knees back to center. And before we uncross the legs, we're going to hug them into our chest, finding this nice little shoelace squeeze, and you have the option to grab onto the ankles if that feels okay, and maybe pulling the knees into the chest. Otherwise, just a gentle squeeze with the legs crossed wherever you are. 3, 2, 1. And then plant that foot, unwind, unravel. We'll take a little swish windshield wiper into the hips. Let's take it to the other side. Right leg to the sky, reaching that toe nice and long, sliding the hands as far up as they'll go. And then exhale, pull the nose to the knee. Rotating the ankle and the wrists. The wrist of the foot, the ankle. And then rest the head down. Let's take that cross, the figure four, or the draping of the legs. And this is just what feels good for me today. So if the figure four feels nice, you can always drop the foot and kind of stamp it and press the thigh away. That's lovely. But let's stick with the same thing you did on the other side. Dropping the knees to the left this time. Palms are up. Gently place the left hand onto the thigh. And then if you want to get that full spinal twist, remember the neck part of the spine, take a breath in, and then exhale, gaze to the right. And again, being mindful that the chin is floating over the shoulder and not angled down towards your chin, your chest. Breathing here. Letting everything soften, melt. And you think of your breath as a lengthening when you inhale. Breathe in, we get a little taller, and on the exhale, you twist, release tension, get a little deeper. And then inhale it back to center. Keeping that crossing of the legs, we're just going to drop the knees all the way to the right this time. Ooh. I like to call this hips around the world. And again, we're in that T position, maybe taking that left arm, reaching it straight back. Feel that deep side body stretch here. And place the right hand on the right thigh just to make it, find some comfort here. Maybe even bending into that left elbow if that feels okay. And just be here for about 3 more breaths. And we come back to ourself by coming back to the breath. Next inhale, knees coming back to center. And again, taking that hug. Maybe just a gentle squeeze of the knees into the chest. Otherwise, you can walk the hands to the out of the ankles, flex into the feet. See if you can pull them apart and towards you. I find that the poses I don't want to do the most of are the best for me. So that might be true for you. It's true for us all. So if there's something you're resisting, you're like, oh, I don't like that one. That's the one you need to do. And that's how I feel about this one. But the more I do it, the more I'm like, oh, I'm kind of liking it because I see a little progression. All right, release the legs. Coming back to those feet nice and wide on the mat. And then let the knees come inward for just a moment, dropping the knees in. So we've been doing a lot of swishing the legs in and out. Drop those knees in, a little internal rotation. And then we're going to heel toe the feet together. Find your reclined butterfly, beginning to settle before Shavasana. Resting the hands on the hip bones, closing the eyes, coming back to yourself. And be gentle smile creeping across your face because you did it, you saw it through. Found a cool class on YouTube and you're like, I'm going to do it. Good for you. Going to take a short and sweet Shavasana. Begin extending the legs long on the mat, stretching them as wide as you can. How much space can you take up? Wiggling the hips into the mat, wiggling the ankles, letting the toes fall out. Stretching the arms out nice and wide, palms to the sky, telling the shoulders they can relax. Closing the eyes. Starting to take your gaze from left to right, just turning the neck, any last tension left over. And finding that center position. And then letting go. Letting go of anything that came before, anything that comes after. And leaving it all on the mat. You can leave it here. If you've been carrying something around that's weighing you down, that keeps you looking back, set it down. You can leave it here now. You've carried it long enough. It's okay to let it go. 3 more deep breaths here. How slow and deeply can you really take in this last inhale, filling up the rib cage, feeling space building between the rib cage. And then exhale, sigh it out. And beginning to turn the head from left to right, beginning to come back to your day, slowly sliding the feet into the mat, bending the knees, reaching the arms overhead for that good morning stretch. And circle the arms around for a nice big hug. Rocking the spine side to side, massaging the hips and the back. And then gently rolling to one side on your mat, fetal position. Resting your head, closing your eyes, and taking one big breath here before you transition to seated. We'll seal our practice. And then gently press your hand into the mat, coming up to seated. Finding a comfortable cross-legged position, Sukhasana. Oof. Blinking the eyes open. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, showing up for yourself. What a beautiful act of self-love and self-care. And we do this so we can be strong and be there for all those who love and need us. So putting yourself first is always okay, and it's always important because we know the benefits it brings. Take your arms up to the sky, breathe in. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Thank you for trusting me to guide you in your practice. My name is Nicole. I look forward to seeing you in the next cast. Namaste. And if you have your journal and you like to grab it, I have mine right here. After a practice like this, you're really deeply connected and kind of in a space where your emotions are a little free, your thoughts are a little wild. So if there's something on your mind you'd like to just free write, I say go for it. Otherwise, I'd like to offer you a prompt. You know, a powerful tomorrow always starts with a plan today. So what is a plan you can set in motion for tomorrow to really tap in and nurture your sensuality? Something that means something to you. Just a little thing. It could be waking up early. It could be having a nice wind down routine to set yourself in bed at a reasonable time. It could be to do a yoga class. It could be take a dance class. It could be to nurture yourself with a really healthy meal. Whatever that is for you, something that's going to nurture yourself, some self-care, something to tap into that sensuality and let that all free. Thank you again for practicing with me. And as a free gift, I am offering my ebook, Awaken Your Sensual Self, and you can find that in the description below. I'll see you later. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tell me where you're from in the comments.